Hello, my darlings, and welcome. How's everybody doing today? We're starting just a little bit early. And I am just painting my box gold. Hello, hello. Inka Dinka Doodle is here. And Amanda, Moo Monster, and Lily, hello. I've already had a catastrophic fail on my paint, as you can see. Today we are working on a shrine to the Greek goddess Themis, the goddess of justice and order and law. So I thought I might start with a nice coat of gold. Apologies for the short notice for this live stream. Realized I got my notification up around noon and it was only really a 4-hour notice. So I hope some people will join us. And if we have a small crowd here, then I understand why. I got some very good advice when I was having a channel review by some other content creators to make my live stream announcement only 24 hours ahead of time so that it doesn't get lost and people don't forget. But 4 hours I think is a little too short. was having a little bit of a struggle with the paint being really thick. So that's what happened with my gloves. Amazing how well this metallic paint looks like metal once it dries. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the microphone with my brush. Speaking of the microphone, I hope you all can hear me okay this time. I know we've had a lot of sound issues in the past, and I hope that I have them solved. Hello to Ruth. They say, it's been ages since I've been able to sign in for one of these. I hope everyone is doing well. I've had to cancel a few of them because I was traveling, so this is the first one I've done in ages. So I think you were at the last one. Eee, sorry about that sound. I am good, Ruth. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to also try and paint these little guys. Can somebody indicate that they can hear me? Is my mic working okay? Okay, I'm all right, thank you. So you did hear my question, good. We have a smaller than usual number of people today because I didn't get my announcement out early enough, so I was hoping that everybody could hear me. I'm going with a gold base. And then I think we're going to add some golden glitter, some oranges, some reds. So we're having a massive comic convention in our town this week. San Diego Comic Con is happening, starts tonight. So our town is going to be filled with all sorts of fans and people coming down to see the convention. It's always kind of a crazy weekend. Oh yeah, people are on vacation for summer vacation for the kids from school and all that. Really impacts YouTube a lot. I think July, August, and September are the lowest months for views of the year, every year. It's just something we expect. A dip, it's the dip, the summer dip. I think those of us who've had channels for years just kind of know that that's going to happen. It always freaks out like new people who have not had channels for a long time. Don't worry, they'll come back after summer. I think this might be my last time using this paint because it got really, really thick. And it's hard to use, so I think this might be my last rodeo with this bottle of paint. It's lasted forever. I've had it for years. But it's getting pretty goopy. I really like these, I think they're called True Gold paints by Plaid. Or True Metal, something like that. What are they called? Treasure Gold, that's what they're called, Treasure Gold. Red Lorraine is here, hello. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, she's goopy. I think I need a smaller paintbrush for this. Does anybody have any special plans for this summer? Anyone going on a trip or doing anything fun? I just came back from a trip to Nevada. I did a 6-day stay, just a solo retreat kind of a thing, where I just stayed in a hotel and I did artwork for 6 days. Started a new project for the channel. So I brought cameras and stuff and set it up to film. And I had myself a little art retreat. I've never done that before. I've gone places for a few days, but I've never done a solo trip for that long. It's interesting. That's a good thing about this live stream, is that while I'm crafting, you guys can be doing your things too. It's like a body doubling thing, where we keep each other company while we do our tasks. Okay, what do I need to do now? One last side. It was a wonderful trip, but I did wish that I was home several times because I miss my hubby and miss my cats, and I didn't bring all of the art supplies that I wish I had. So I kept thinking, oof, if I was home I could grab this or that. So my packing was not perfect. But I drove 5 hours to get there, and I was not about to turn around and get something else from my house. And after those 6 days, I drove myself from Nevada to Arizona and spent a week with my mom. So I was gone for 2 weeks. It was a long time to be away from my family. But I was also seeing my family, so it was okay. Okay, I think we got all of our gold. I gotta get these gloves off. I was trying to get all the videos and Patreon rewards and everything that was supposed to happen while I was gone set up ahead of time, and so I was scrambling at the last second and forgot to pack a bunch of stuff. My mom's doing great. She's having a very good time. And my sister had her birthday, so I was there for her birthday, and we had a little party and played some games. My nephew was home from college, so I got to see him. Well, I got a little bit on the wood, but that's okay. Okay, let me get some paper here. Set these aside to dry. Here we go. See, I really like this paint because it looks like metal. right, my gold box. Here's the statue we're going to use. She has, wait, let me see if I can get this. She has little scales. She has a sword, and she's standing on the book of laws and on a serpent. Heather's Luna, Terra Luna, Apothecary, hello. Decided to go with the turtle mug. You can't see the side. I can't turn it because I'll pour out the coffee, but it says, I turtly love you. Themis is, I agree with you, Heather. Themis is the goddess of justice and law and order. She is a Titaness and the mother of the Moirae, which are the Fates, and she was the advisor to Zeus in all things about law. Those are the things that I've looked up so far. I'll review further if I decide to make a video. So I've got some reds and oranges. I have some glitter. And also I have some metallic. I don't know if I'm going to use these reds. I might just stick with oranges. And then I have a little bit left of this orange big glitter, but it's just about gone. I also wanted to do this. I wanted to try this new brand called Grabby. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. I've used some of their erasable gel pens and I really like it. So I'm wondering if I like their acrylic markers. I'm always looking for acrylic markers that actually have some flow and some acrylic markers that have a fine point. Because most of the ones that I have a kind of a stubby point to them. And these have, you know, a very good like point. And I don't know if you can see the colors coming down after one try, so it's not like you have to keep jamming it and jamming it. You can kind of see the color is moving down pretty quickly. The Purple Potion Master, hello, hello. Hello, Ron, welcome. We love new people. So yeah, just two squeezes and it's getting pretty much there. Just want to get the sense of Do you guys ever just rewatch a show that you've already seen once or twice just because you want the the you already know the plot. Nothing new is going to be thrown at you. You just kind of want to comfort watch. Okay, not bad. Okay, so I'm going to start with some of this and see if we can use up the last little bit of this glitter. I really like this glitter. Glitterific. Ruth says I rewatch shows all the time. Oh yeah, it's so good. The reason I ask is because I just restarted The Blacklist with James Spader. And I just finished like 13 seasons of Criminal Minds. So I've just kind of been doing a little comfort rewatch. You know, it's one way to get your mind off the current events of the day and all the negative news. Well, I think the theme of this shrine is that I'm using up a lot of the materials that I used over and over and I'm almost out of, and that is starting to get old. So I think this paint is on its last legs. I think this is what we used Red Lorraine for when we went on that retreat to Big Bear. And we put this on the pumpkins. That's why it's almost empty. Oof. Hello, Alish. Welcome, welcome. They say I'm a bit late. I was finishing evening tasks so I can sit and totally relax. Well, we're just goofing around with some glitter paint, but I think this one is done. And this is brand new. Martha Stewart multi-surface glitter. Alish says, I love James Spader. Me too. He was kind of a heartthrob back in the Stargate days. Oh, I forgot to paint the slide-in panel with the gold. I have to go back and do that. Let me do that right now before I forget. Okay, so I don't think you can see this, but if I pull it up and like kind of, can we see the glitter? Nope, it needs to dry. It's kind of hard to see. Well, this is just the first layer. We're going to be putting more in there. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, you guys. Must have been streaming for 30 minutes. I know I've asked you guys before, because I think I've asked you guys before that you're not very much into reality TV. And generally I don't watch reality TV unless I'm hanging out with my mom and we have planned a binge watch session. So that's what I did last week when I was with my mom. And we binge watched 3 seasons of The Traitors Canada. I didn't even know they had a Canada version. I've watched the UK ones, the US ones. I watched Australia, New Zealand. I didn't know that they had Canada. So that was fun. And then we binge watched a couple seasons of Amazing Race, which is a show I have never watched. So it's something that has been on for decades and I've never watched it. So there's a lot of back episodes to binge watch. Mm-hmm. The other reason I like this treasure gold is because it pretty much get it in one coat. So that's nice too. But alas, it's time. It's time to let it go. Helpful Natural's here. Hello, you're not late. I'm just goofing around. Alish says, Aylysh, Aylish. I hope that's correct. Just bought a bottle of super glitter Mod Podge. Gotta have that glitter. Oh yeah, the extreme glitter one. So good. Speaking of very glittery sealant products, you can also check out the link in the description to Red Lorraine's shop, and I believe they have some glitter sealant on offer there as well. That's called Scarlet Nymph. You can let me know in chat, Red Lorraine, if you guys, are you still offering that, or was that just a product that you had in the past, or is it current? Okay, you guys can't see that camera. The camera's not really showing this glitter very well, but when it dries, I'll show it to you. Hopeful I don't think you missed it because I didn't have it. The last live, I ended up traveling, and I booked the travel kind of last minute, so I canceled the art live stream this month. So I don't think you missed anything. All right. Well, that's pretty not very focused, but you can kind of get the idea of the glitter. Yeah. Red Lorraine says, I just got back from the bathroom and heard the last bit of a question from me. Oh yeah, we were talking about glitter sealant, and I wasn't sure if you guys were still offering the glitter sealant product in your shop, or if that was a product from the past. Okay, this is going to the side to dry. Helpful says, my life has been in a blender lately. Oh my goodness. I took off 2 weeks, 1 week to have a solo trip, a little bit of an art retreat where I took 6 days to go do artwork by myself in a hotel room with nothing to distract me. And then I drove out to visit family for a week. So I just got back from 2 weeks of not having any blender. Okay, we have confirmation that the stars and the shards are available in the shop, and there's a link in the description if you guys are interested, with a 25% discount code. Not sponsored, just a friend of mine. So, how am I going to do something cool on this? I really want some kind of rays or something coming out from, should I do red? I'm a little worried about red. It's a metallic red. Or I could do rhinestones. I think maybe rhinestones might be the play. Because it's always fun to just dump a bunch of rhinestones on the desk. I just love it. So knowing where her head is going to be, we can just go out from there. Okay. Oh no, this isn't going to work the way I'd hoped it would. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe I'll put dots on here. Okay, how does that look? I think those are good. 2 small, 2 medium, 1 large. And then maybe an extra large. I don't know. That might be a little much. Let's just do these first. we actually tried to watch another reality show that was very popular, and I thought, okay, I've never watched this. Let's see what it's all about. It's called Big Brother. Has anybody ever seen Big Brother? I just could not. I couldn't get into it. The format was so, I don't know, old-fashioned. It didn't have the pacing of a modern show. Ew, that's starting to look pretty cool. Hello, Moon. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing rhinestones, so we'll be doing this for like next 3 years of our life. I don't know why, but I really like doing rhinestones. There's something super meditative about it. I just got to remember that I'm live streaming and I need to actually talk. Heather says, I love that. So is it the rhinestones that you like, or is it Big Brother that you like? Because we were talking about two different things. Yeah, that's my biggest struggle is when I'm live streaming and trying to do a craft. I just get really quiet. And that's not what live streaming is about. You're supposed to keep talking. Okay, Mr. Yellow One. I know you gotta be in here somewhere. Here we go. Definitely the rhinestones. I'm not a TV watcher. Gotcha. So I guess I'll tell you guys ahead of time my secret that I'm going to be doing in 2027. Starting next year, is I'm going to be doing an artwork series, and it's going to be kind of like a witch's almanac with little magic, little pieces of artwork showing the magic of every day of the year. And I started the project 2 weeks ago at my little retreat, and I'm really excited about actually showing it to the world. I'm a little bit nervous because I think it's it's a heavy lift to do a piece of artwork every day for a year. But I think it'll be cool if I can pull it off. It'll be a cool series. It will only be weekly videos. I'm not going to try and do a video every day. So it'll be 7 pieces of artwork in each video instead of trying to have little shorts or something like that. Or maybe I will have shorts, but the main content will be a regular video once a week. I'm nervous, but I think I can do it. Okay, what does our person look like? I think we need a few more down towards her head. Oops. So that was kind of what I went away to spend some time working on and thinking about to see if it would actually even be a thing that I could do. And I gave it a lot of effort and thought, and I think I can do it. They say that what reminded me of telling you guys that was because Heather said I'm not a TV watcher, and YouTube is kind of now being viewed as TV because it's a lot of people watch it on their television. And so they're suggesting that creators make like a TV show or a series that people tune into every week. So it might be fun to kind of have that kind of a thing. Okay, I put one of the wrong size in there. That's okay, she's gonna probably be covering it. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, a few more down at the bottom. I'm not sure. Should I put some down here? Ruth says, good news, bad news, dinner's ready, but I must bid you farewell. The box looks gorgeous already. See you later. So I'm thinking it needs more. We're going to go with more. Oops, some of the wax from my wax pencil fell off. There we go. Oh, goodness. There we go. I hope I'm not doing too much. All right, we're almost there, I think. I've gone a little rogue with my sizes, but that's okay. I don't mind a mix and match. Okay. This is coming out really pretty. That's really pretty. Now I think I might use some of these larger gold ones on my top and my sides, because we're going to do sides like this. So we're going to put little footers here, and I think it might be fun to add a little glitter on that and then use some of these larger ones, kind of like that. I think that's pretty. And then on our top bit, I think we should use this giant one right there, like that. Oh yeah, this is pretty. I also had some charms, so we can consider that as well. Let me get rid of the rest of these rhinestones here, and we can look at options. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so we gotta look at her in there, and then these guys here, and then we can have this glass sliding in with a little topper and a rhinestone. I think that'll be nice. So first we got to do glitter on these guys. More of this stuff. Maybe I'll glue them on and then paint them. That would be smarter. Yeah, that would be smarter. me glitter it up. It warms everything up too, like that. I think one of the, I don't really have a specific art style for these shrines because they always come out different, but I think the one thing that is pretty consistent is glitter. Rhinestones too, but definitely glitter a little bit more. My signature. You know, there's one person who has bought several of the shrines and so is maybe collecting them. So I try to keep that in mind in case somebody wants to buy one of these shrines. There's a link in the description. Try to keep the idea of like some kind of consistency in case people have more than one and they're all sitting together on an altar or hung on the same wall. Hey, Zendagi is here. Welcome. That's what we've got going so far. Kind of see the glitterness to it. That's cool. Looks a little bit coppery. So let's go ahead and glue these guys on. We're going to put it about there. Now I do have a few charms. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use them because they're silver, and silver doesn't really work. I had a couple of charms that were the scales. And I do have some bronze swords, so that's possible to use. I think. And then I had one giant sword that could be there, but that would kind of take the place of this. We could do a small sword and keep this. So, and then these guys are going to go down on these. And then I didn't know if we should maybe try a sword on each corner. Nope, those are a little too big. Yeah, so we'll just leave those like that. So what do you guys think? Either one giant sword or the small sword and the rhinestone. So the giant sword or the small sword with the rhinestone. If you guys have any opinion, let me know in chat. I have many more charms than that. Yes, I do. But it's 100 degrees out here in Santee. No, it's not. It's only 90 something, but it feels really hot in that garage. So these were the charms that I could put my hands on without dying of heat stroke. So let me know in chat if you have an opinion on these guys. The large sword or the small sword and the rhinestone, and then we'll go over here and we will start gluing on these rhinestones. So tomorrow I'm going to go downtown and have dinner in the craziness that is the San Diego Comic-Con. It's bonkers during this week in San Diego. But I also love it, so wish me luck. The trolleys are standing room only. I wish you guys could see the glitter better. I don't know why the camera's not picking that up. And then we need to put Themis into her shrine. She's got the Book of Law and the serpent that she's standing on, and she's got her sword and her scales. So at this point, I don't know if I was going to go into Comic-Con or not. I do have the opportunity to use a ticket because I told my husband not to buy me a ticket this year because I wasn't going to go. I'm just going to go down and hang out with friends. But then another friend we got a ticket for can't go. So I might be able to use their ticket and go see. There is one panel on, and my new obsession is a book series that was referred to me by Zen Doggy, actually. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I have become completely obsessed with that book series, and there's actually a panel on it at Comic-Con with the voice actors who voiced the audiobook. I'm reading the actual paper books, but it might be cool to go to that panel anyway because I'm a fan. Ew, that's coming out so good. Look at her. You can't really see the scales keep falling backwards, but you get the idea. Heather screams, I love Crawler Carl. It's hard to say that name. There's also a couple of actual plays that I wouldn't mind going to see. They're on a new game system that we're playing called Daggerheart. There's a few actual plays being run at con that I wouldn't mind being in the audience for. But I don't know. I wasn't going to go down there and do all that. It's hard and there's so many people. It's so crowded. I just wanted to go do dinner with friends and soak in a little bit of the energy. The nerd energy. My people. The song of my people. Zen Doggy, that pass, if it doesn't get used, could be used by not me. Could be you. If somebody is thrown out their back at the last second and might not be able to walk around Comic-Con. So we might have an extra pass. I'm not going to say 100% that we do. Last thing to glue on. I hope this stays. It didn't occur to me that there's not much to glue it onto. All right, you stay. There's not a lot of points of contact is what I'm saying. I think it's gonna stay. Sindoggy says they're so good. The audiobooks, that is. Hello, focus. There we go. That looks really good. Let's see if we can peel these off. This always takes me about 5 hours to get off, but let's see if I can grab a corner. Welcome to the most frustrating part. Oh, I did it. I'm on book 3. I'm about a third of the way through book 3. And they get longer and longer, so it's going to take more time to finish each one. Ignore the spider webs. I will get those off of the project at the very end because it's a little annoying trying to do it on the live stream. Okay, can you see? Again, the scales look a little funky when I have it laying down like this. I like it. Heather says, we're on book 7. My brother has powered through them, but he is a reading machine. I just don't have enough time. I can be a reading machine, but I got stuff to do. But I definitely am going to force all of my friends to read it. Okay, we got to do the little... All right, that's, I think, what we've got. This is the final answer, except for the spider webs, of course. Ignore that. And the paint is still a little damp on the inside, but ignore that. You got the general idea of the shrine. I love her, and I love those rhinestones. I wonder if I should get in there with some paint pen and do a little bit more detail with the rhinestones and the circles. Then Doggy says, I have 4 cats and they are all Princess Donut in some way or another. So this is the final outcome, you guys, and I'm going to say thank you for hanging out with me. I'm really surprised that it only took us just a little over an hour with all these rhinestones. I almost feel like I should get in there with some of these paint pens and put some more little details in, like in the background here. But I'm not sure what that would look like. Maybe white. Do you guys think I should leave it like this, or should I mess around with... I'd hate to do it and mess it up. Do you guys think I should put some white dots inside? That's what it would look like if you look down here at the corners. Or just leave it alone. Let me know in chat what you guys think. I won't end the stream until I hear from you guys. I'm mostly obsessed with the character of Princess Donut. Now I have to admit that I don't think that Persian cats are cute. So I've just decided to swap out a cat that I know that I think is really cute with the description of Princess Donut, because it's theater of the mind and I can just decide what they look like. Heather says, if you do it in white and then don't like it, you can paint back over it when it dries in your gold and it will just be a shadow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do white because I don't know. It needs something. So I was looking up something about James Spader, and the reason why he is so good at those monologues, those serious monologues in Blacklist, is because he has an eidetic memory. So he can look at the script one time and then just be able to say exactly what a talent. I'm very jealous of people who have an eidetic memory. Or I think I am, but maybe it would be terrible not to be able to forget anything. or to be always able to recall things in such detail. I don't know, it might not be good. But he also has a condition called myopia. So if he's not wearing his glasses, he can't even make out the face of his scene partners. So isn't that interesting that he excels in one thing and then something is taken away? It would have been smarter to do this before I glued in my figure, but it is what it is, and I have to work around her. Getting to the point of not being able to reach behind her. Well, I definitely stopped talking while I'm doing this, man. Focus. What do you guys think? Keep it or paint over it? Some of this paint is not super dry. Yee. I don't mind that, actually. I like it. Okay, I'm happy with this. It is a bit mandala-like. Whoops, yeah, we gotta get the scales. There we go. All right, I'm happy with this. There she is. Okay, I like it. It's very monochromatic with just gold and white with a little bronze, and the sword is like kind of the same bronze as her, so it works for me. I like these white dots. And I think that is going to do it for me today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Sorry for the late notice on the live stream. I'm glad that you guys could make it with the last minute notice. This is going to be for sale in my shop. There's a link in the description if you want to purchase it. It's one of a kind, so first person who gets it, gets it. And it sits on your altar like this, or it hangs on your wall as well. And of course you can put offerings or do whatever you want inside. This doesn't have to stay on the front. And that does it for me. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys on the flippity flop.